that's also the time when we actually started dedicating some resources to this and trying to somehow figure out what this could mean. And I think we were early on it, but I don't think we really grasped what we were really looking at that time. And that, of course, has evolved tremendously over the last 5-6 years.
It's important to recognize the magnitude of Cargill's business and its influence on the market. Their fleet is one of the largest dry bulk operators with over 600 vessels and has over 100 years of experience developing relationships and pathways across the globe. When Cargill acts, people watch and listen. Other organizations see their successes and failures too. Cargill is truly a first mover and market influencer. In June 2023, Jan told Tradewinds that one of the reasons Cargill started ordering methanol-fueled vessels was to make sure that they made the first move. And one of the things that they wanted to see was that other people would follow. I wonder how being a first mover impacts Cargill's business.
We look at ourselves and we know that we are a leader in this industry, right? And if you're a leader in the industry, it also means, I think, that comes with a responsibility just to take some of these things on and try to make a difference. And this is by no means trying to just dictate what other people need to do or should be doing. But I think if you want to be a leader, you need to also lead in the more difficult topics. And decarbonization is clearly one of them. And I think what we're trying to do is somehow use our scale to also just make change and to also give some ideas wings early on. And that's what we can do. I do think, and we had this discussion recently, actually internally as well, you cannot be a first mover on everything all the time. And of course, we would like to see some more people joining us and putting some risk on the table, right? Because I think that's what, in the end of the day, this is all about. If you want to move an industry, you need to somehow underwrite certain things, new initiatives where it is not that clear that the return is as per your normal business. And I think it has helped us a lot. And I think looking back, I would do it again and again, because I think being a leader, especially in the decarbonization space, has given us so much opportunities, because a lot of the ideas actually come to you, right? And if you're out there willing to make a difference, you actually start seeing new ideas and things that you on your own will never think about. And I think that's been a big win for us as well from a business perspective, is that by being out there, you learn a lot, you see a lot, and with that, you can actually start making a difference.
So let's just take a step back for a minute and look at the main hurdles that the industry is facing and what is really changing the practices towards a greener future.
Yeah, I see this as a journey. And along the journey, there's new kind of obstacles showing up. And I think the next one that we're having today is that we just simply cannot rely on leaders or front runners or whatever you want to call companies like ours. And I really want to stress like ours, because there's also a lot of other people on this. And I don't want to just take credit ourselves only for this. But we can't do it on our own. And now you also need a regulator to follow. And we start seeing that. Unfortunately, we start seeing that a little bit on a regional basis, which is not ideal, but at least it's a good starting point. But it's clear that the regulator is now the one that someone has to make sure that that whole tail in the industry, because this is a very fragmented industry with a lot of players, that everybody gets somehow upped on the minimum standards. And I think that is very important here, just to make sure that the regulatory framework is also making sure this industry continues to be investable.